Patreon.com/the Walk Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
If you're watching this right now and you haven't hit the like button, Billy, get on it. Bug your brother. Tell him to do the same. On to the Evil Empire, the biggest rival in this AL East division to the Blue Jays. Both teams are going to be vying for that division championship, a very important thing to win in 2023. I mean, we've talked about this many a times. If you can avoid that wild card, oh baby, please do, even with it being 3 games now. So, some things about the Yankees. Let's start with their prized prospect, Anthony Volpe, makes this team as the starting shortstop, which, I mean, big improvement over IKF, I would say. And he's young. We'll see where it goes. He looked really good in spring. They've been waiting for this kid for years now. What was it that you said at the beginning before we hit record here? You were talking about, the breakdown.
Again, it was a Jean Boy conversation, and I think it was Trevor Plouffe who said the Yankees have 8 infielders and 1 outfielder. So, and 1 starting pitcher as of today as well. So,
yeah, my goodness. That's the other thing is that over the weekend, it looks like Luis Severino, who is slotted in to be probably the number 3 guy in that Yankees rotation, may very well be out for the year, which adds to the hit that was Carlos Rodon going down and makes that Frankie Montas being out for the season look even worse. This bad taco scenario in New York on the mound is bad. Right now, they've got Garrett Cole slotted in. Nestor Cortez does look like he is going to be able to make the start of the season. He was struggling with hamstring issues. And I mean, you never want to wish any ill will on anyone, but knock on wood for Nestor Cortez, because hamstring issues. I mean, we watched George Springer with his hamstring issue that first season with the Jays in 2021, and my God, like, he only played half the year. So hamstring is not something to take lightly. When you look at Frankie Montas being brought in, there was a big question mark when Oakland even traded him. And I think that's one of the reasons that the Blue Jays and a few other teams really shied away. The Yankees managed to grab him in the trade deadline. Carlos Rodon also had question marks when it came to health. He, of course, had an incredible season last year, posting an ERA of 2.88, going to be the stud ace at the top of that Yankees rotation, probably even ahead of Garrett Cole, and a lefty to boot. And who knows how long he's going to be out for. He could be out till mid-season at this point. So who is going to take the ball for the Yankees? All I can say, dude, and I don't know where you are at on this, but my God, I just need the Blue Jays to have a decent April. I don't even need them to run away with things, but can we finish 3-4 games above 500 at the end of this month?
Oh, it's got to be more than that, man. Okay,
get a little bit of leeway on that division.
Here's the thing. 3 or 4 games above 500 is not going to do it for April. Killer instinct. We need this Blue Jays team to sense blood in the water, and we need to be like 10 games up on the Yankees. Never mind 3 or 4 games above 500. What's frustrating here is looking at the Yankees schedule. Unfortunately, very soft through April. Like, they're going to have some time to figure things out, which is frustrating. They start the season with the Giants, the Phillies, the Orioles. Then they got the Guardians. I think that's the first real test. I know the Phillies went to the World Series last year, but
they're reeling with injuries too.
Yeah. So Guardians is going to be a tough matchup. Then they got the Twins, then the Angels, and then the Blue Jays, I think. End April with the Twins and the Rangers. Series. Like, I would say most of April is going to be, at least 2/3 of it is going to be against like 500 ball clubs by the end of the year. So it's frustrating because I feel like despite all this uncertainty, 8 infielders, 1 outfielder, one starting pitcher. The Yankees are still going to be 3 or 4 games above 500 by the end of April. We can't be
It's
neck
likely.
and we can't be neck and neck through April and through May with the New York Yankees team if they are this vulnerable. We can't.
And this is where attention to detail and more focus from this Blue Jays team is going to come into play.
This is where Don
The organ
Mattingly is going to come into
the
play.
ar- exactly. The organization has done a lot to bring in experience and guys who have won before and know how to be serious when it matters. Has nothing to do with fun. This team's going to be a fun team either way.
Mhm.
And winning's fun.
But these are the things. These are the Brandon Belt influences. The getting off to a hot start, just when you do have a struggle or the bullpen gets burnt out in June or whatever, where you've got a few games cushion over where you maybe otherwise would, and you don't have to make that panic bullpen move. We don't have to
Mhm.
trade Kevin Biggio for Trevor Richards because we need something. You
Right?
know,
You don't need
it's
exactly, and
you
that's a
can wait
great example. You don't
until
need to move Rowdy Tellez, right? You don't need to be in this scenario where you've got to give up Jordan Groshans because you absolutely need
Hmm,
a high leverage reliever come the trade deadline.
yeah,
So I think you're really nailing it here.
thanks. That's all I got on my rant of this Yankees team. Like they are definitely vulnerable right now,
Mhm.
and I need to see this Blue Jays team
Take
with that
advantage.
killer instinct. Blood is in the water. Let's finish them off in April, so it's not something for us to worry about in September.